Is it possible that you've been conditioned to not follow your dreams? Let's shed some light on that, shall we? Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Gen Y, the aforementioned heavily edited series in which you won't get to see all the times that I look stupid or things go horribly, horribly wrong. However, this time I'm extremely weird. Will not change at all. But before we begin, there is one more thing that I've got to get you guys really acquainted with. As the viewer advisory warning states, the past is a pretty messed up place, and we did a lot of, let's say, morally questionable things in the name of science. However, a lot of the findings and research was far too valuable to pass up. So on LED, we will occasionally be displaying things that will fall under that category. And so I made that warning just in case anybody doesn't want to see anything that might upset them. However, for the rest of you, let's get this started, shall we? So this story takes place in 1967 at the University of Pennsylvania, where psychologist Martin Seligman was researching the causes and effects of depression, and so in typical 1960s fashion, he decided to make an experiment that was only slightly horrifying. For this experiment, Seligman gathered up 3 groups of dogs and divided them up into A, B, and C. And for Group A, or as I like to call them, the lucky ones, were just the control group, so he would bring them in and after a set period of time would let them go. The dogs in Group B, however, were then strapped into harnesses and then placed into circular chambers with a low fence around it with many buttons and switches on the ground, at which point Seligman would then start to administer an electric shock. The dogs quickly learned that if they were to jump over the fence or press one of the buttons or levers, then it would shut off the electricity, thus giving them control over the situation that they were in. However, it's the dogs from Group C that the actual findings came from. Those dogs were actually in the same situation as those from Group B, the only difference being that the researchers would actually turn the electricity on and off at random, and the levers and switches in their chamber did nothing, thus giving the dogs the illusion that nothing that they could do could stop the situation that they were in. At this point, Seligman gathered up all of the dogs and placed them into the same testing chamber, and whenever he turned on the electricity, the dogs from Group A and B got up and left. However, it's what happened with the Group C that really mattered. The dogs in Group C just laid down and accepted their fate, because they had realized that there was nothing that they could do to stop it. Even though the dogs in Group A and B had stopped their shocking, the ones from C learned that they couldn't. And this really confused Seligman because it contradicted modern behavioral psychology findings. However, it's what happens next that really made me want to use this rather dismal topic as the first episode. Because the researchers would then go inside the chamber and pick up the dogs from Group C, and then physically move them out of the circle. And after about 2 or 3 times, the dogs would eventually learn that they had the ability to stop the electricity. The term that they came up with was learned helplessness. It's the psychological condition of believing that there's nothing that you can do to get yourself out of the situation that you're in, to rid yourself of the pain and suffering that you're feeling. Now, I believe that for many of you, that feeling is very familiar. Finally, some good news. That was getting just a little bit dark for my tastes, wouldn't you agree? The great news about this is that the research didn't end with the discovery. It ended with them finding out that there is a way to beat it, that there is a way to pull yourself out of that situation or somebody helps you out of it. And honestly, I was in the same situation. I felt like there was nothing that I could do to improve my own life. Until one day I found a YouTube video that was advertising a contest that would give the winner all the tools that they would need in order to get their own YouTube channel started. And this is going to remain unedited. You'll probably notice that because I'm going to start messing up here in probably about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But anyway, I ended up wanting to do this because I saw these giants, these people who already had their YouTube channel started, and they were doing such amazing things with it. People giving away money to charity, people who would make their own money, and it was just an amazing sight to see that. And I noticed that how much that YouTube video changed my outlook, how much that YouTube video changed what I wanted to do. It gave me ambition, and it gave me a passion that I wanted to fulfill. And the passion that I want is to use my YouTube channel to be the same thing that that was to me. If somebody could change my life with a video, who's to say that I can't do it for someone else? Because I see a world that is hurting right now. I see a world that's struggling, whether it be financially, whether it be culturally. I want that to change. And if all I have to do is change a few people through YouTube videos, I want to do that. I want to make this world a better place. And if you have any ambitions of your own, it is as easy as finding someone who can help you through it. Because if there's anything that research that Seligman did does prove, is the 60s were weird. Seriously, they were weird. And that also, you have the ability to get out of the slump that you're feeling. Whether if you have your own ambitions and you feel like, no, I'm gonna do it later, I can't do it right now, I gotta get to this first, or I just simply cannot do it, then I have found these things simply for the fact that I want to help you guys. I want to help myself as well. But anyway, that got just a tidbit mushy, so I'm going to go ahead and close this down. So if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, and if you have any of your own dreams that you would like to share, go ahead and share them in the comments. And to really hammer in the point that I've been trying to make here, we brought in Shia Lebouf to make a statement. Over to you, Shia.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it! If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
Could not have said it better myself. Have a wonderful morning, day, or evening, whatever time you happen to be watching this, and as always, just keep being you.